Hello, everyone. It's 8:08 p.m. in the evening. I wanted to try to surprise everybody, and the cult criminals, they illegally in the chat already. They're stealing my likes. They're stealing thumbs up. I'm waiting for more people to come in. I'm trying to take this thing and see, they're messing with the live stream. Finally got it. So I'm waiting for more people to come in. They keep giving a like and taking it away repeatedly. I told you leave my live stream alone. See, y'all want to try to falsely paint people as, oh, you're trespassing or you're trying to get me wrongfully banned from everywhere. But then y'all are banned from my live stream and banned from my channel, and you still illegally keep coming back and harassing. You stalking cult criminals, y'all are banned from my channel. So y'all are freaking hypocritical. And they still messing with the stream, being stupid. Get out of here. See, they sending the perps in here. Get out. So, wow, I had accumulated enough points for a free hotel night. So, I'm so glad I was able to get a few hours of sleep. Excuse me. See this? Get out. So I was able to get a few hours of sleep, and they're still messing with the chat. See, this proves right here that you can't even do something at the last minute or be spontaneous or random while you're targeted, because they will still mess with you. People try to make it like, oh, if you do this at the last minute or change up your routine or do something different, then the stalkers, it would take them longer to bother you. Like, as soon as I came live streaming, they're illegally hacking in and sabotaging the chat already. I'm trying to do something productive. So they illegally blocking the chat, and they're slowing me. They're holding my time up because I have something to do. Hi, Miss Jill. I was trying to come in here excuse me, and read my short stories, read 10 short stories out loud. Hi, so thank you. Oh, my legs are swollen. I was trying to, wait for more people to come in the chat. I feel like throbbing pain on my left leg near my ankle. Excuse me. So, well, I'm screenshotting your crimes. The stalkers, they're messing with the chat. Hey, Miss Maxine. Thank you. Well, they're messing with the chat so bad. I found out that this morning I ended up getting hey Harper. This morning I got the notification that I had accumulated. Hi Melly. Hi Harper. Who did I miss? I'm trying to say hi to everybody. And fake damnesia, get out my chat. This is wicked. Leave people alone. Get out of here. See, they're illegally trespassing on my live stream. So I had I was told last night basically that the stalkers prank called and got the higher ups. They got the higher ups at the aquarium, like the big bosses at the aquarium. The stalkers were illegally got a hold of the big bosses at the aquarium, showed them my YouTube videos and live streams, and they lied on me and said that I was harassing, chasing, and cursing kids out. And they're trying to talk about, if you continue with this behavior, one of the security guards try to say, if you continue with this behavior, then, we'll have you removed from the park. Oh, wow. I wonder how I think that there is a way you can kind of donate points some kind of way. But I can't, I'll tell you privately. And they're still harassing me. So, I put in the most recent community post about the a guy defending me, and it's like he was able to tell because the stalkers illegally hacking in and blocking the notifications on purpose. They're illegally hacking in and blocking on purpose. Oh, I mean, I think that people could give other people their points and stuff like that too. I'm not sure how that goes. Excuse me. So yeah, because the stalkers, they illegally hacking in and stopping notifications on purpose. Like I mean, like I don't even think that Camilla received a notification, and either that or she got the note, or she might be trying to get in and they're blocking her. I mean, they illegally hacking in, excuse me, and playing so many games. Um, so yeah, like if the stalkers, they're stalking, harassing, and spreading lies about me and getting me wrongfully banned from places and thinking it's funny and stuff, and then the people who they illegally swap me to, or if they lie and have someone say, oh, if you continue this behavior, and what they talking about, oh, if you continue this behavior, I'm screenshotting your crimes, leave me alone. And imagine the person doing the banning, the person who bans me. Thank you, Steve. I'm trying to press to show your post. They illegal, the perp cult criminals, they're illegally hacking in, messing with the stream. So yeah, you know, I guess I'll have to tell in a different video more in detail about what happened last night, and between last night and this morning. But you know, hi, thanks y'all. I was able to Talia, I was able to hi Steve. I was able to accumulate enough points that I got the notification this morning that I have enough points for a free room tonight. And so the rest of the funds that I used, you know, excuse me, I had to get some more personal hygiene items. I needed more of my soap that I use and more rubbing alcohol, and I finally, you know, I was able to get me some quarters for laundry, you know. But like in the middle of the night, like I was agitated that I left like maybe it was like 1 or 2 something in the morning. Yeah, it does sound a little, I think I am getting a little bit sick again. I almost got hit by a gang stalking car. I have it on video too. A gang stalking car with one headlight out. He tried to hit me with his car, and I have it on video. And he tried to hit me with his car, and he nearly splashed me. I have it on one of my perp walk videos from this morning. Just one night. And I tried to go to IHOP to redeem the 5 free pancakes, the free full stack, and on Canal Street they refused to serve me, and they tried to make up lies, lying and saying that the grill worker wasn't there, and then they lied again and said that the grill is excuse me, that the grilling machine is broken or whatever. Thank you. Excuse me. So I mean, then I tried to go to Waffle House on Canal Street, and they said that they were not allowing anyone to go inside of the place. And it's like I needed to eat something and charge my phone bad. Well, I had went to another place to go. I had to wait until at least 5 o'clock to go to, I'm not gonna say the place, but it's a place. I went to a place this morning, and I took a long walk after getting off Canal Street, and I walked down North Broad, someplace I haven't walked down there in a long, or been down there in a while, you know. But I walked down there, and went somewhere to go and get super early breakfast, and then the lady was really nice, but one of the other workers was rude. But and then I was able to charge my phone a little bit, but then I got on the bus, and then I had to go to fake Walmart, and I got what I needed to get. I was so sleep deprived and tired that I had I was so sleep deprived and tired that I didn't walk around, because did a lot of walking earlier. So I had hi Mr. James. Excuse me. So I had went to earlier to I went to get the hygiene items and things that I needed. And then yesterday YouTube sent me a coupon. And when I went to I rode that buggy. I rode the sit down buggy inside fake Walmart. I haven't done that in a long time. I rode the sit down buggy, and it seemed like almost not everyone, but almost every employee was rude to me. Not every single one of them, but they had a couple of nice ones. But I got my stuff, and that fake. Come on, I'm screenshotting your crimes. All right. Excuse me. Hi, Camilla. See, they wait till after they put the fake viewers at 33 and then finally let Camilla in. Yeah, being mean with the attitude, unprovoked for no reason. Thanks so much. Fake Damnesia's harassing me with fake Masonic 33. And they're illegally trespassing on my live stream. They tried to get me wrongfully banned from the aquarium and the homeless sleep spot last night. Stop! And for me to tell them stop and leave me alone, they lie and say that I harass and chase kids around. So excuse me. So they gave me a Subway coupon. Like YouTube yesterday, they sent me a where I could, if I buy, I could get like I got like a $10 incentive or whatever. And the lady at Subway, she was, I think that was an Indian run Subway, excuse me. And the lady she also tried to refuse to serve me. And she tried to refuse to serve me, and she tried to refuse to serve me, and she tried to make it like as if the coupon is only online. And I'm like, no, I don't have to go online. I could go in store also. See, the stalkers they're not getting enough attention. They're desperate. They won't leave me alone. They're harassing me with fake Masonic 33 viewers, and they were harassing me with 41. They won't leave my chat alone, and they're harassing even more. You're illegally trespassing on my live stream. Get out. Because if another targeted individual, I'm screenshotting your crimes. Leave me alone. If another professed targeted individual, they walk up in here and they're still harassing me with the number of likes. My twin sister told them to harass me with that specific number because they know I hate it. Because she told them to do that. Leave my chat alone. Hi, Trisha. Thank you. And so, this evening I wanted to try to read 10 of my short stories. I didn't warn in advance because they would probably try to find ways to sabotage, you know, if I would have told y'all in advance. So that's why I had to make it a surprise. So is it okay, if any of y'all are interested, for me to try to read out loud? Thank you. I wanted to try to read out loud, some of my short story, my fiction short stories. Trying again. You know. Excuse me. Well, unfortunately, when I printed them out, the library, I paid for these to get printed, and the library did not print out every word. They did not print out every word. So, I'll just read what's on here. Hi, Mr. Gus. So, like, in the yellow button, I put both my Ko-fi and, me trying to promote my Ko-fi account, and also, that's the Cash App is the CreoleAuthor820, 825. Thanks, y'all. So, thank you. Last time I did this, I earned like at least $300. The stalkers, they're trying to ruin me, but tonight I'm fine. And when I came here this morning and I took a shower, and I came here this morning, I took a shower, and I was able to sleep from like probably 11:30 this morning till 5 something, like 5:40 or something like that this afternoon. So I was able to get me some sleep, but I had to keep waking up and using the bathroom. But at one point they freaking woke me up. They programmed for me to wake up at exactly 3:33 to one of the bathroom trips. But the other one was like 2:15, another one was like 1 something. Excuse me, But I was saying that if another professed targeted individual come into the chat and they see, 33 viewers, and then if I'm not saying anything, they'll be like, oh, Candy's with the Freemasons. No, I'm not. But y'all the ones who tell me ignore everything. So, that's why I'd be like, leave my channel, stop, and they using there's a tactic called number harassment is one of the tactics of the stalking. So I'm going to start right now. It's 8:32 p.m. in the evening. I'm going to try to start 10 of my 276 fiction short stories. So I probably got, I think I got 276 short stories, and I guess some other fiction writing that's makes everything 280. Thanks so much. So the first fiction short story I'm gonna write, I'm gonna read out loud. It's called The Church Picnic. Are y'all ready? I'm gonna read 10 short stories. So, you know what? Now that I'm trying to read the short stories, they're blocking comments. All right. So here we go. A non-denominational Christian church called A Place at the Table Ministries decided to hold a picnic on Saturday, June 20th, the first day of summer. Pastor Clarendon had the church hyped up. He loaded everyone into the church vans. Some people carpooled while others took the train, bus, taxi, Uber, etc. to get there. And everyone arrived. The drivers were dancing and singing in their seats to Christian songs, praising the Lord on the way to Woodgate Park in a Chicago suburb called Madison, Illinois. It was a big and good turnout. Pastor Clarendon jokingly said, "Look, y'all bringing y'all own food because I ain't got time to sit here and be blamed for special diets, food allergies, weight gain, etc." Shortly after everyone arrived, everyone laughed because he had catered firehouse subs already donated. Excuse me. Pastor Clarendon had everyone sit in a nice big even square. Some of the little kids couldn't stay still or cooperate. Diandra and her sister Dianica helped pass around sandwiches, chips, brownies, and a choice of lemonade, iced tea, or bottled water. Joe Tanner said, "Pastor Clarendon, we like you. At least you let us eat at the same time you're preaching a sermon because I've been homeless for a long time. Tell me why other churches force you to sit through a 2 hour long sermon before you get to eat. Why they do that to homeless people who haven't eaten in 3 or 4 days?" See, the fake Damnesia, get out. Change the numbers now. Leave my chat alone. He's harassing me with Masonic 33. Stop it. And I bet you they won't show that. He's keeping it at those numbers. Leave me alone. Excuse me. And y'all, they're blocking comments too. Thanks so much, Miss Maxine. So, also the Ko-fi link, kofi.com/targeted Creole. If anyone wanted to donate to the Ko-fi or tip me for, it's like, this is like the online version of busking, when people have people busking with, when people do busking and, like playing music or something out on the streets and they get tipped for it. And the stalkers, they still keep harassing me. Leave my chat alone. And they don't want me with any support from targeted individuals. They so badly they don't want me with any support. Take it off the numbers and leave my chat alone. Y'all, just know that that's not me. I don't have any control over that. They're illegally hacking in and messing with the numbers. Thank you so much. See, they're mad at me trying to accomplish something good. Take it off. They won't listen to me. They're illegally hacking in, messing with the live stream, and they're illegally trespassing on my live stream because I have them banned. Excuse me. Pastor Clarendon responded, "Well, I can't answer for what other people do, but as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." Amen. The members repeated, "Amen." Demetric and Bernard said, "Thank you, Pastor, for the much needed fellowship and assembling because they got some lonely people around here." Pastor Clarendon said, "Who has to be lonely when we got the Lord?" Amen. Thanks, y'all. Hi, Julia. Excuse me. The members again repeated, "Amen." People continued chattering and eating as Pastor Clarendon was preaching his sermon about the Father's business and soul winning. The heat was intensifying a little as time went on. Some of the members made jokes laughing about how they can cool off by pouring ice water down their necks instead of fanning themselves in church. They thought it was better. Miss Lavonda said, "Y'all better get right with God because if you can't handle this heat, then how you going to be able to handle the burning in hell for eternity? You better examine yourself to see whether or not you're in the faith because we're in the end times. God ain't playing." Everything got really quiet for at least a good 10 minutes. Exactly, Miss Maxine. Wow. They're cruel. Excuse me. After the sermon was over, the pastor had everyone to stand up and sing and dance along to the gospel songs. He encouraged everyone to be creative with the dancing, but not to get too carried away with it. Excuse me. Let me make my nose itch. Okay. So, see, part of it was cut off. So, they didn't realize that he was preaching truth and not churchianity. They later decided that they would rather go to a church where tithing is not required and the truth is preached. Preaching about Jesus Christ saving souls. There was no talk about stuff like Will Smith slapping Chris Rock or John Batiste winning so many Grammys. After the picnic church service was over, some of the family stayed, but Pastor Clarendon had to tend to an emergency. He just got the news that his son's wife was going into labor to give birth to her second child. He had to pack up and dash. The families that stayed had allowed their children to stay out, run around, and play for a while longer. It was a nice day outside with clear skies, no chemtrails. Excuse me. The end. And again, that short story was called The Church Picnic. I wrote this on April 18th, 2022. So the short story is like over 3 years old. So I put a disclaimer here. Excuse me. I said, please note, to you narcissistic gang stalkers who falsely accuse me of using bad grammar, this short story is intentionally using slang and ebonics because the characters in the story are African American. Thanks for not being a politically correct grammar Nazi. I have a bachelor's degree. I know how to spell. Okay, here's the second short story. Excuse me. Thanks so much, y'all. And also, if y'all want to, y'all could donate to the Cash App, Ko-fi, Venmo, PayPal, whatever you choose. And this could help me maybe with more hotel nights, more survival, getting things that I need. Maybe I could get another MP3 player or two, that because it's much needed. So the second short story is called Dear Reader. Excuse me. I got congestion in my throat. So here's another short story, number 2, I wrote this on September 27th, 2022. Trevor woke up from an evening nap lying in his grandmother's old rocky, squeaky bed. Whenever he looked up, he would see her own personal rendition of Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night painting. His grandmother is a lovely, fine painter. On one wall, she has a painting of herself, her husband, and all of her descendants painted in one big picture. Across from it is all of their names written in Japanese. In katakana, hiragana, and kanji. She didn't want to put any tattoos on her arms. One side of the wall has all of the grandchildren scribbled that they made as babies and toddlers, including Trevor's. Years later, Trevor took a permanent marker and put a neon yellow circle around his. The fourth side of the wall is left blank. Trevor loves that room and is his favorite room to go in when he wants to clear his mind and think. Trevor was doing some intermittent fasting and praying. Excuse me. He walked into the kitchen and was tempted to eat dinner. Then a bad memory entered his mind, which caused him to lose. Oh, wow. Thank you. Well, they so many people praised her with being talented with music and poetry and stuff. But I didn't know until recent years, people said I've been talented with my short stories and my writing. But I didn't know it back then, But I always wanted to be a writer, even in elementary school. And, yeah. Thanks so much. So, Trevor was doing some intermittent fasting and praying. He walked into the kitchen and was tempted to eat dinner. Then a bad memory entered his mind, which caused him to lose his appetite. After that, he went into his grandmother's home office, grabbed some pens and paper, and started writing. He wrote a letter to no one in particular. He used all 8 colors of the pens to write with, alternating between each color for each word he wrote. I'm pretty sure that was time consuming, but he was trying to pass the time and clear his anxieties anyway. Exactly, I would never want to use AI. He started writing. Here's his letter. Dear reader, I don't know who you are, but there are many of you. Thank you for putting your eyes on my words. Thank you for taking the time out to read this. Hold on, let me flip pages. Excuse me. See, part of the writing got cut off. Oh, something about, okay, what I want you to know about my dear granny. She is the best granny in the entire world, a servant of Jesus Christ, the best homemaker, the best cook, the best cleaner, the best driver on the road, the best wife, the best mother, the best dressed, the best gardener, the best teacher, the best joke teller, the best folk tale teller, the best secret keeper, the best friend you could ever have, and of course the best painter, the Jill of all trades. I don't know what I'll do without my dear granny. I'm not leaving this house until I get an answer about my favorite granny. Granny's favorite room in the house is her bedroom, which is also my favorite room. The neighbors, family, friends, and church members were also fasting and praying for Trevor's granny. Miraculously, she was healed of her illness and able to rejoice and tell her testimony and go back home to her favorite bedroom. The end. So that was Dear Reader. Excuse me for having so much mucus in my throat. Short story number 3. A Cajun Ballin' Love Story. Thanks so much, y'all. Oh, thanks so much, y'all. Yeah, it makes me happier. Thanks so much. And here's another short story that I wrote. The specific date is not on here. It's called A Cajun Ballin' Love Story. So here's a bit of background. Thank you so much. Let me make my nose itch. So if anyone were to donate to the Ko-fi, there would be a banner that would come across on a live stream. It's very cool. Y'all not required to donate, but it would be greatly appreciated. But I would rather, if y'all just enjoy and listen, and that would be great enough. If y'all like reading y'all like listen to me read my short stories. But it would be a great big help if anyone could donate whatever you could. Thanks so much, y'all. I didn't even know I had this talent. I didn't know I started writing 5 years ago. I have several ebooks. So, A Cajun Ballin' Love Story. This short story will be about a group of people who play a unique sport that I, the author, played in 8th grade during gym time at school in my hometown, New Orleans, specifically Gretna, Louisiana. The sport was called cage ball. I miss that sport dearly, and I don't think I will ever in my life get to play that sport again. It's my ultimate favorite sport to play besides volleyball and swimming. I used to run track in middle school. New Orleans metro area has Cajuns and Creoles, and other areas have Cajuns and Creoles as well. But here's the story, okay? Versie has no children of her own, but only has a sister named Carnice. Versie is single because she feels that she feels that the right man hasn't yet come into her life. However, she loves her 2 nephews and takes care of them, like as if they were her own. Carnice, a widow, has 2 sons who love sports. They're 6th graders named Ulysses and Lorenzo. Ulysses is 11 months older than Lorenzo. Ulysses failed fourth grade because he would sleep a lot in class from being on TikTok and YouTube all night. He learned his lesson though because he really wanted to play this new game. Carnice has her boys enrolled in sports at their local park named Pikedale Park. And yes, I got Pikedale as motivation from Oakdale Park because I like the name Oakdale. And unfortunately, that was one of the parks that the stalkers try to get me wrongfully banned from. But anyway, to continue, Coach Tyson was announcing sports for the park. The kids had a choice: football for boys. Thank you so much. They don't even care, unfortunately. They don't appreciate stuff like this. Excuse me. Football for boys, volleyball for girls, or a co-ed sport called cage ball that was newly introduced, or boys badminton or girls badminton. The two boys chose cage ball. Every Friday they would have competition with other parks with their sports. Trying to represent in real life, there was a thing called Spirit Day, where our elementary school used to represent wearing New Orleans Saints football colors. So they represented their team on Fridays wearing their park mascot colors, which was the same color as the New Orleans Saints, black and gold, while practicing Monday through Thursday. With the cage ball, the girls competed against the boys. Everyone sat in a big square, 10 children on each side, 40 children total, 20 boys and 20 girls, 4 teams. The ball looked like a big giant soft baseball. The children would have a number 1 through 10 on each side. When your number is called, you crawl like a crab. You sit upright on your butt and then crawl sitting up and use your legs and hands to run while sitting down, if that makes sense. And then while sitting down, kick the ball sort of like a four-way volleyball, kicking back and forth until you successfully kick the ball over another team's head. Then your team wins a point. If it goes out of bounds, then your team loses a point. Melly, you said you went to Gretna Junior High. Do you remember this game at gym at PE? I probably had gym with you and just don't remember. Excuse me. Yep. So, Coach Tyson called number 4, and Ulysses and Lorenzo both so happened to be a number 4 on the team that day. It's called cage ball. Yeah, it was like in 8th grade we played this. Like in 8th grade we played this game at PE. Oh, thanks, y'all. Excuse me. Yeah, so. Alright, hold up. Alright, so. What was it? Ulysses and Lorenzo both so happened to be number 4 on a team that day, but Lorenzo's team. Who did I have? In 7th grade, I had Coach Duplessis, and then I think they might have switched me, but in 8th grade, I had Coach Wood, Miss Wood, and dang. I don't remember if Coach Lombard might have been one of my PE coaches at one point. They switched around my gym schedule so much due to the junior high bullying and stuff. That's why they switched. I mean, not at gym, but I think other classes. And so they had to switch around my schedule so much. But I think at one point, Coach Lombard was my coach. And I might have had Coach Miller, the black man. Yeah. But that fake Miss Christmas, I don't remember if she was my gym coach, but I had her as an English teacher, and she was the track coach team, and yeah. But I think I did have Miss Wood, and I definitely had Coach Duplessis in 7th grade, and I don't remember who was my 9th grade teacher. I mean, um, and Miss Duncan, she left. Miss Duncan. Oh, okay. I don't think I ever had Coach Toops, but I saw him around. Yeah, everybody liked him. He was like bald at the top, I think, and he was a skinny guy. He was kind of younger. I remember Coach Toops, but I mean, I remember seeing him around and his name, but I remember his face, but I don't, I don't think he was never my gym teacher, but yeah. But they used to have that band teacher, Mr. Alvarado. But, yeah. So, and I think I did have gym with, Janine and Janae. At least Janine, I think I had PE with. But yeah, yeah, Coach Duplessis was like Duplessis. Yeah, I yeah. So yeah, I missed that cage ball game. So all right, Coach. Thank you. Hold on, wait. Here's a perp. I keep blocking you, stalkers. Get out. Excuse me. So the Coach Tyson called number 4, and Ulysses and Lorenzo both so happened to be number 4 on the team that day. But Lorenzo's team got the most points and won. Whichever team wins gets a small piece of party. Since the two boys are brothers, Coach Tyson secretly let Ulysses have some pizza, even though he wasn't supposed to have any. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, we played dodgeball too. Yeah, I forgot how to play dodgeball. Excuse me. I do remember playing badminton in probably 8th grade. In 9th grade, they used to have us do all that doggone just running, jogging all the time. Yeah, but 8th grade was the most fun. Hi, Deb. Thank you. Yeah, badminton, I didn't get to play that much, but it seemed fun. Thankfully, I have a free hotel night with the points. Excuse me, I accumulated enough points. I'm reading some of my short stories out loud. Okay, so since the two boys are brothers, Coach Tyson secretly let Ulysses have some pizza even though he wasn't supposed to have any. Their Aunt Versi came to show her support while Carnice couldn't make it because she had to work. Versi loved the game so much that she offered to help co-coach. Coach Tyson fell in love with her, and she decided that he was her ideal man. They got engaged. Oh, wait, is this the end? Thanks so much, y'all. Thanks so much. I definitely need the rest. Oh, this is the end. So the short story I just got done reading was called A Cajun Ballin' Love Story. Excuse me. I wish I could play cage ball again. And volleyball. And I love swimming. Hi, Penny Smart. So here's short story number 4, right? Number 4. excuse me, it's called Stop Cooking Me. So I wrote this February 10th, 2022. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, all right. So this short story will be written in English since I don't know French. Despite being from New Orleans, I might use Google Translate to translate into French. LOL. Just imagine the dialogue of them speaking in French. Fleur Thibault, I don't know if I pronounced that right, a 53-year-old targeted individual in Montpellier, France, is being tortured with microwaves in her home. Her abusive, narcissistic perp brother, Corentin, 57, doesn't believe her. He thinks she's delusional and should see a psychiatrist. She's staying at his house so she won't end up homeless. One night, on the way home from the market, Fleur pointed out the drones following her. "Do you see those white dots in the sky?" she asked. He responded, "Girl, what dots? Those are stars." "No, Corentin, they're bigger than stars. These are satellite drones and they blur whenever I expand my phone camera. Real stars don't blur my phone camera." Corentin yelled, "Here we go once again with this conversation. This is like the arguments we've had about your conspiracy theories about chemtrails versus contrails, fluoride in food, water, and psychiatric medication that you don't want to take. The Georgia Guidestones." Okay, let me say it like this. Water and psychiatric medication that you don't want to take. You know, that's how narcissistic abusers be like. Water and psychiatric medication that you don't want to take. The Georgia Guidestones, the government trying to kill everyone, Hollywood Entertainment being evil, and now this. Girl, shut up for once before I take your mouth shut. This is a very short story. And so the rest said, see part of it cut off. Said, this is her saying, this is a government extermination program. Before she could get half her sentence out, he yelled, "I don't care." Thanks so much, y'all. "I don't care." That's the brother saying, "I don't care." Later on that night, Fleur's entire body was vibrating. They were also shocking her head, feet, and heart in addition. She could feel her organs boiling. She was sleep deprived, and she kept having vomiting and diarrhea. The perps would not let up. The V2K voices in her head kept telling her she's going to burn in hell soon. They even used directed energy weapons to cause her forced speech and Tourette's symptoms. Her brother swore she was demon-possessed. She yelled back at the V2K saying, "Shut up, I'm already dying and burning in hell. Wait till I expose y'all at the TI Day rally," while crying frantically. Thanks so much. Awesome. All right, y'all see y'all see how to when you donate to the Ko-fi. Thank you so much, y'all. I appreciate that. Awesome. Yep, y'all can buy me a coffee on Ko-fi. She yelled, okay, all right. So the V2K said, "Nope, because you'll be burnt toast by then." 2 days later, Fleur was found dead. The gang-stalking perp coroners tried to falsely rule her death as a suicide with no foul play involved. Corentin lied to the news media outlets saying that she was a suicidal, paranoid, schizophrenic, and a conspiracy theorist, yet he over-exaggerated with crying fake crocodile tears, pretending like he missed her so much, cared for her, and kept trying to get her some professional help. He pretended like he felt powerless to abuse and control her. She was awakened to the truth and wasn't backing down after they illegally chipped her during breast cancer surgery before she found out that she was a targeted individual. For all we know, it was probably him torturing her with dudes up in that house. The end. So, excuse me, the next 3 short stories is going to be hood. Thanks so much, y'all. The next 3 short stories is going to be hood short stories. So, one short story is called Let's Buy Some Hood Snacks. This is one of my favorites. Excuse me. Y'all ready? So this is like number 5. So, and this I wrote on March 12, 2022. Quentin and Kendall spent the weekend over at their cousin's house. Their cousin's next door neighbors came over to hang out too. Everyone was still exhausted from the block party from the night before. It was lunchtime. Kendall said, "Man, I'm so hungry. Ain't no food up in this house." One of the cousins, Ansley, said, "That's because my mama and daddy too lazy to go grocery shopping. They're always buying fast food." Ansley's next door neighbor, Carrie, said, Shut up, you health nut. Food is just that, food. Shut up, you health nut. Food is just that, food. Ansley started sobbing and saying, Why are you always mean? Why are you always so mean to me? You hurt my feelings. Carrie said, "Okay, I'm sorry. The only reason why I treat you like that is because I asked you out and you said no. And you told me I look like a Doberman Pinscher." Ansley responded, "I was just kidding." Carrie's dad, Mr. Carrie Frazier Sr., said he came knocking on the door saying, "Now who's that crying about being hungry?" Let me put it over here. Oh, shucks. Part of it cut off. The words say something about lunch from Burger King. Lunch from Burger King. Thanks so much. Now who's that crying about being hungry? The children were excited to have a little money and went their own merry way. They went to the corner store, which was much closer. Quentin and Carrie said, "Let's buy some hood snacks." Then everyone laughed. The closest to any solid food that was bought was some pickled piglets, hot pickles, pickled eggs, and a hot sausage sandwich. Thanks, y'all. Ansley's sister Takaria got all the pickled stuff. Ansley got herself a hot sausage sandwich, Barks red cream soda, and a bag of Mama ramen noodles. The boys bought stuff like Uncle Al's stage planks, moon pies, sugar daddies, and sugar babies, now laters, Mike and Ike's, and wrap snacks. The Middle Eastern corner store cashier falsely assumed that they were up to no good and were trying to steal, but they protested to defend their innocence. He humbled himself and apologized because he said that he got them mixed up with a group of kids who stole snacks out of his store the other day. He gave everyone a free hot sausage sandwich, chips, and Squeeze-It. They got excited and ran back to the house. Thanks so much, y'all. Ansley's parents were finally back home, and her parents punished her because they said that she was lying about them never going grocery shopping. Mr. Carey felt played because the naughty kids snuck and went to go buy snacks instead of actual Burger King. Ansley ratted everyone else out in order to make up for herself getting in trouble. The boy said, "See, and you wonder why people you treat you so mean." And, the end. Oh, the next page said the end. The end. The end. The end. So here's Let's Buy Some Hood Snacks, the sequel. It was written on May 9th, 2024. And so I said, y'all, I love the first short story so much that I thought I would do a sequel. This time it would be a New Orleans style version. Thanks so much, y'all. And so I wrote like a few like short stories about like the hood and the candy lady and all, you know. And I wanted, it would be nice if I could be a, hi, Miss Nora, I'm reading some of my short stories out loud again. So, all right. So I put a disclaimer saying, you know, thanks so much, y'all. Wow. Hood food it isn't healthy. Wait, hold on. Get out of here, perp. I'm coming, y'all. Hold up. And they're stalking, they're harassing bad. Leave me alone. I'm trying to do something good. Get out. They're harassing me with fake Masonic 33 again. And I know I got more than 33 viewers. Leave my chat alone. You're not welcome. Oh, thank you, Miss Nora. Yeah, they're coming in harassing. Hood food isn't healthy, but it's cheap. I don't have that advantage anymore due to the gang stalking where I could go visit any of my family members in the 7th Ward and go to the corner store. So, disclaimer. Disclaimer. New Orleans hood slang will be used. Thanks so much, y'all. So, here we go. Javel LeBlanc and her two sisters are known around their local Algiers neighborhood as the Creole Trinity. One dark-skinned ebony, one brown-skinned like the color of brown roof or gravy, and one light-skinned, nearly albino looking. They have 4 brothers. One is a peanut butter complexion, another is a gold complexion, another is a Jawoka almond fudge complexion, and the other is an orange complexion. You would think that the mom is African, but the dad looks like a white man. Passe blanc. Guess who's the only one with the light eyes, though? Javel, the dark-skinned sister. So Javel is the oldest out of all 7 kids. They're the most famous out of the neighborhood. They all share the same parents with no half or step siblings. Most of the children in the neighborhood are latchkey kids, no helicopter parents, but Javel's parents are strict and don't play. Oh, thanks so much, y'all. Okay, part of the short story cut off. One of Javel's younger brothers, Jaron, the gold-complected one, was doing something he ain't had no business. He was sneaking and using TikTok on Dad's backup phone while Dad was at work. Mom was at a dialysis appointment. A video popped up on his For You page about which New Orleans hood snacks hit the best. Jaron ran out of the room and said, "Hey y'all, let's buy some hood snacks." One of the younger sisters, the brown-skinned one, Jolique, she loud capped him and screamed, "Hood snacks? How are we gonna get some hood snacks with no money?" He said, "Easy. We could pay with Daddy's Cash App." One of the neighbors, a woman nicknamed Good Nabe, overheard them plotting. She said, "You know, I really be feeling sorry for y'all when y'all get punished, but sometimes y'all really deserve it, Chad." You know, I really be feeling sorry for y'all when y'all get punished, but sometimes y'all really deserve it, Chad. Now come on, let's go to the counter store. Now come on and let's go to the counter store. Translation, now come on and let's go to the corner store. You know, in New Orleans, when they say standing on the corner, they don't say corner. They say counter. You say standing on the counter. Good Nabe. You know, Good Nabe It's like short for like good neighbor, you know. So good neighbor she walked all 7 children to the corner store. She's also known for her sassy walk and sassy mouth. But she has a generous heart. The hood dudes kept trying to get her phone number and her Instagram. They kept saying, I'm trying to get that IG, you heard me? I'm trying to get that IG, you heard me? Thanks so much, y'all. I appreciate that. There was also a snowball stand right next door. The kids tried to pick out the most expensive food that they could find. Good Nabe kept telling them, put that back, put that down. Put that back, put that down. That's how they say in New Orleans. Put that back, put that down. Put that back, put that down. That's how they talk. So the kids, they got the chiwis. Some of the part of the story is cut off, I'm sorry. Chiwis, hot pickle, pig feet, and Mexican mango neada, Mexican elote de corn, etc. And an ooey gooey cake. The kids wanted either a hot sausage po' boy, a roast beef, Patton's hot sausage, a roast beef, or a shrimp po' boy. And they wanted their sandwiches fully dressed with added hot sauce and cheese. They weren't trying to get a hamburger or a ham and cheese po' boy. They wanted fries with that and chips. And they all wanted watermelon flavored Big Shot soda. Good Nabe spoiled those kids better than their own parents would. The Middle Eastern corner store owner was always giving Good Neighbor whatever free stuff she wanted. That probably was her blessings being returned to her, since she's always doing good deeds for everyone. She would even clean your house for free, give you a free ride, talk you out of getting into trouble. And she's very passionate about what she does for people without expecting anything in return. All she had to pay for was the snowballs next door. And she got, I made a typo mistake. And she got a 75% discount off for the kids, because the snowball stand owner gives children 17 and under a 75% discount every Thursday. Those spoiled kids wanted strawberry cheesecake and Oreos on their snowballs, and she gave it to them. Stop blocking the comments, y'all. After sundown, Good Nabe took the kids to the park to play basketball, to burn off everything they ate. Some of the other kids were looking a little jealous. Javelle and her siblings weren't stingy. They shared some of their food with the neighborhood kids at the park. After that, there was a surprise pizza party at the park, sponsored by the city, and the kids danced, partied, and had a good time. No crime. Oh, thanks, y'all. Once Good Nabe took Javelle and her siblings home, they were scared. Good Nabe explained to both parents what happened. The mother, Jeannie, demanded the kids to fess up. Jerron was honest and then took his own punishment. He apologized for his wrongdoing and accepted that he will be grounded from summer camp this year. He spared all of part of the writing got cut off. Thanks so much, y'all. Part of the short story got cut off. Joshua was surprisingly merciful that night. Jerron was sorrowful for what he did, and he vowed to never do that again. Jerron was even afraid of going to jail. Who knows, if Good Nabe didn't step in, they got busted later on, Jerron probably wouldn't have been honest, and some of the other siblings probably would have chimed in on the scheme and gotten themselves into a world of trouble too. The end. All right. So I think I read out 6 short stories so far. So, excuse me, the next 4 short stories will be from my Timberwood Cult series. Oh, thank you. So, I'm about to read Timberwood Short Stories Edition, Volume 32, The Elitist perfection cult. This is a thick packet right here. Remember, this short story series is a collection of fictional scenarios exposing how cults operate. Thanks, y'all. I know so many people will probably get offended at this one, but oh well, the truth is offensive even if there's a fictionalized depiction. Melvin Mopkins, who looks like Waldo from Family Matters, was doing his usual unpaid morning janitorial task alongside his co-worker Charles St. Daniel, who looks just like Will Smith. Toby Sykes, their supervisor, who looks just like a mixture of the male version of RuPaul. Hey, y'all know RuPaul, right? Have you ever seen the male, what he looks like as a man? Like you always see him dressed in drag, but you ever seen what he look like as a man? Well, picture that and Mariah Carey mixed in together. Stop doing, wow, the stalkers, they're mad that the attention is not on them. Leave me alone. They're harassing me, y'all. I'm trying to do something good and they're harassing me. Take it off the bad numbers and get out. You're illegally trespassing on my chat and you're banned. You're stalking cult criminals, you're banned. Get out. They're harassing me. They're illegally hacking in and harassing me with fake Masonic 33. That's not me doing that. So, all right. Excuse me. All right. So Toby Sykes, their supervisor, who looks just like a mixture of the male version of RuPaul and Mariah Carey, got angry because Charles didn't clean the toilets very well. He never does. Melvin always does a thorough job with cleaning, yet never gets the credit he deserves. Melvin ought to be the supervisor. Ironically, Toby's cleaning is almost excuse me. Toby's wait, hold up. Toby's cleaning is almost as bad as Charles. Toby likes to scapegoat Melvin and blame Melvin whenever Charles cleans the toilet restrooms poorly. Toby is narcissistic and acts like he delusionally believes he's bigger, better, and higher than perfect. It's possible that Toby is jealous of Melvin and it has something to do with them being both being gay men. Oh, thank you, Miss Nora. Maybe, oh wait, shucks. Some of the writing was cut off when I printed it. Dang it. Hold up. So, yeah, Timberwood cult, they want to force their members to be gay, bisexual, transgender, with the mind control and stuff. Charles, on the other hand, is assumed to be straight, but he's a loner. He's always by himself. You never really see Charles with any friends or family around. You never see Charles socializing with other people, excuse me. Some people think Charles is kind of mildly mentally off, slow, and retarded or something. Like as if he ain't mentally got it all. Charles is partially hard of hearing. Thanks, y'all. When Toby lashed out on Melvin and falsely accused him of leaving too much mop water on the bathroom floor in the men's restroom, Jamie chimed in and said, "What's the big deal? The floor is going to dry anyway. Stop blaming everything Charles does on Melvin. Charles cleaned that bathroom and it doesn't look bad at all. Stop trying to act perfect with everything." Danielle Sanders said, "Yep, Timberwood people are always running around hollering that nobody's perfect. And then when you make the most minor correctable mistakes, they treat you like you committed blasphemy against the Holy Spirit or something. Big deal." Toby put his left hand on his hip and pointed with the index finger of his right hand while yelling, "Since y'all want to stick your noses where they don't belong, How about you stick them in those toilets? Come on, you and you, while handing Jamie a mop and Danielle a sponge. Jamie looked at him like he was crazy and said, I ain't cleaning shit. I don't have to listen to you. You're not my boss. I have a whole husband to submit to. Your power trip is laughable. Oh, thanks so much. Wow. Thank you so much. Awesome. Part of the short story got cut off. Okay, the way on the polar opposite side of the room. And when he fell, it's like when Jamie punched Toby all the way on the other polar opposite side of the room. And when he fell, he broke his ankle. Not sprained, broke. He broke his ankle. Not sprained, broke. Jamie wasn't playing. Jamie will fight a man and kick his ass too. Jamie didn't need her husband to step in and defend her. Toby cried like a bitch and threatened to press charges. Sorry for the profanity. It's me exposing how cults operate. Timberwood cult members fight all the time. It's an almost daily occurrence. If someone isn't breaking up a fight, then someone is always having to de-escalate an argument. Thanks so much. Danielle just stood there in shock and horror. She didn't want her friend to go to jail for self-defense. Some of the cult members who were hood, ghetto, and thuggish got angry and called Danielle stupid, saying, why didn't you jump in? You were just standing up there looking like a zombie, looking like a big dummy. What kind of friend is that? Jamie was heavily out of breath with her face all red. She said, don't be so hard on her. Not everybody's a fighter. That's everyone's problem. Y'all revel in constant chaos. Thanks so much, y'all. Luckily, Jamie didn't go to jail. The cult members don't usually call the police for fights anyway. They have their own special secret fake prison for those who righteously disobey or go against the cult. An urgent mandatory meeting was called by Miss Mary Ethel. She told Jamie's husband, Jason's cousin, Terrence, to make an announcement on the loudspeaker. He refused, so she got mad, grabbed him, and locked him up in a small janitorial closet until after the meeting was over. It didn't really faze him. She tried to look for something that would faze him and get him riled up. Well, thanks, y'all. Everyone was in the Timberwood gym, gossiping and chattering. Miss Mary Ethel had the CEO, Russell, to do a fake stern lecture on what he, from now on, expects from the cult. Some of the writing got cut off. Their opinions about his expectations. The first 7 people defended and agreed with him, trying to rationalize and make sense of his expectations. The 8th person, you gotta save the best for last, who's Tracy's younger sister, Trinice Rojas. Rojas is the way you say it in Spanish. Got up and told the truth, and the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. They treated her like she was testifying in court and lying under oath. They knew she was telling the truth and couldn't handle it. Trinice talked about everything having to be so perfect from a flawed human perspective rather than a godly perspective. The fake cult police handcuffed her and hauled her away before she could finish speaking her mind. Her 5-year-old daughter, Trinaya, was crying hysterically. She was traumatized. Trinice was fighting and wrestling. She was crying and exclaiming, no, y'all can't do this to me. No, you can't do this to me. Y'all can't do this to me. I have a child to raise. Stop, no. 8 football player-sized men rough-handled her, wrestled her to the ground, and handcuffed her like actual police brutality out in the streets in regular, normal society. They hauled her away, and she was gone to who knows where for a very long time. Trinaya was hurt for days, couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, couldn't do anything. She was depressed and always crying for her mom. No 5-year-old should have to go through this. Thanks so much, y'all. Oh, you saw it, Miss Nora? You saw that, huh? Wow, that was attempted murder right there. He had one headlight out. Yep. The cult expert. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, hold up. That looks like a bunch of kids in that picture. Wait, what question? Hold up. Come on, stop wasting my time. Hold up, where was I? Okay. So it was in the gang stalking perp walk video part 1 for today. He had one headlight out and try to hit me with his car. The cult expects people to have a perfect, flawless physical appearance. They have to talk, look, walk, act, and dress a certain way. I'm sorry. Like militarized, perfect little slave robots. One tiny little step out of line and you get the harshest discipline. One wrinkle in your pants and that calls for strict disciplinary action. The cult leaders hypocritically piss, shit, fart, vomit, etc. But when the members or followers do it, they get reprimanded. Some members would have to sneak and poop in secret, hoping that no one will find out. I'm sorry about that, y'all. They would even use air freshener to try to mask the odor of their bowel movements. They try to remain undetected. The cult leaders manipulate their members to think they're too good to piss, shit, and fart. Like they're not supposed to be doing such things. Thanks so much. Yeah, I have it on video. Part of more of the short story chopped off. Yeah. Okay. So Trinice helped others be brave enough to come forward and tell their story. Everyone finally got their justice, and there was a successful class action lawsuit. The end. Now, this was one of the short stories that I wrote about the Timberwood cult. Since I grew up in a cult, I'm doing like short story series and not working on novels about the fictional Timberwood cult. So here is, it was frightening, but the perps do that to me all the time. But he came very close, y'all. So this one right here is called No Timberwood in the Hood. No Timberwood in the Hood, y'all. So it's similar to the Let's Buy Some Hood Snacks and the sequel. And I have another one that I didn't print out called Uncle D. So, Timberwood Short Stories Edition, Volume 36. This one you might get a little emotional. Cornelius was in the office fighting for his work paycheck that Timberwood kept playing with. It was his biggest paycheck to date. It was his biggest paycheck to date. He figured that it was due to covert racism in the cult and them hating his ebony dark skin. He argued with Miss Mary Ethel in the office that he never got that lovely paycheck of $5,821.62. Usually he would earn less than half of that. He angrily stormed out of her office and said, "This ain't no modern day slavery." Like, what the fuck? This ain't no modern day slavery. His best friend Matt and a few other guys said, "Don't worry, Cornelius. We got your back, bruh. God got something better in store for you." This is another New Orleans related short story. God got something better in store for you. God got something better in store for you. The guys were talking loud like a bunch of high school football players in the locker room after losing a game. Vincent suggested that they all go defy Timberwood's cult rules and create their own entrepreneurial businesses anyway. Some of the guys started up their own businesses, such as an auto mechanic business, a barbershop, a restaurant, a food truck, a hair and nail salon, a massage business, you name it. Stop messing with the chat. Take it off the numbers. Vanessa was extremely happy to finally, I'm screenshotting your crimes. Vanessa was extremely happy to finally fulfill her dream of opening up her hair salon that Timberwood kept trying to sabotage for years. Danasia and a few of the women joined her. They all explained their situation to the public and ran a fundraiser both in person and online. Danasia encouraged everyone to pray very hard and told everyone that that they were fighting up against a bunch of devils. At this time, Cornelius was still big and overweight. People tried to compare him to Biggie Smalls. Cornelius said that he didn't want to take that throne away. Cornelius humbly said that he didn't want to take that throne away from the real Christopher Wallace. Notorious B.I.G. They also tried to compare him to Fat Albert and Big Worm from the movie Friday, and they call him the food truck man. Cornelius took out a small business loan for a food truck. He got everything in the works, got his business license, and then everything started popping. He moved back to his hometown, New Orleans, Louisiana, from Portland, Oregon, and plenty of other, let's see. Wow, every time it starts off a new page, it chops off. I wish that the writing didn't print like this, but y'all can look on my blog and my Ko-fi. The blog under the label or tag that says fiction short stories, fiction or short stories, and also the my Ko-fi. Y'all can look down the short stories. So anyway, Cornelius was pretty shy and nervous on the first day. He set up the food truck at the park on North Durgenwall Street off of St. Bernard Avenue in the 7th Ward. It wasn't a food truck, but it was a repurposed, redesigned, and redecorated New Orleans tourist tour bus that he ran like a food truck. Sort of like how people take school buses and transit buses to live out of for van life. He was decked out. His name was Cornelius Christopher Cook, so he named his business Crescent City Critters. Because of the city's reputation for such good seafood, he was a damn good cook also. At first, he started off with red beans, rice, and sausage, fried chicken, hot sausage sandwiches, and burgers, po' boys, jambalaya, Mexican tamales, and tacos, and okra gumbo. Then he expanded the menu as his business grew. Everyone kept telling him to open up a nationwide restaurant and publish a cookbook. The desserts were frozen cups, ice cream, 3 flavors of pound cake, chocolate chip cookies, and snowballs. He also sold snacks and hot dogs. Whatever snacks in the hood, ramen noodles, chips, pig feet, spicy pickle. He had no idea where this would lead him. It was the first week of summer vacation, so he got excellent business. His friend Matt joined him. They worked together as a duo. They knew each other from Covenant House. It was Matt's idea for them to use the ice cream truck songs to let everyone know they were in the area. Whenever the tour bus came, the neighborhood residents heard the music. Whenever the tour bus came and the neighborhood residents heard the music, they blasted out of their homes like as if they were running to see Michael Jackson or something. As a joke, Cornelius dressed up like Big Worm the first day. Everyone, Big Worm from Friday, that character Big Worm from Friday, played by Faison Love, right? That was his name? So, everybody thought he was Big Worm, but he wasn't. Some of the kids thought he was Fat Albert, but he wasn't. Matt was dressed up in a clown suit. That first day, in order to draw everyone to the business, Vanessa, Danasia, Vicky's cousin Tracy, Denise Sanders, and a few other people Okay. Yeah, they got their business or whatever. See, chopping off some of my writing. Children under 12 ate free and also got their hair done or cut for free on the first day. They got free face painting too. They played games and blew bubbles. You would have thought it was a Christian church outreach or summer bazaar or something. The turnout was excellent. Everything was peaceful. No arguing, no fighting, no shooting, no crime. Thanks so much, y'all. One day when Cornelius and Matt set up shop, there were these two kids. The girl looked like she was 5 years old, and she had an 8-year-old brother. Their dad, guess what the dad's name is? Duty Bruh. Like in New Orleans, they say Doody Bruh. But like DOODY BRUH. You know how to say bruh? Like bro? Bruh. So he's like the dad, Doody Bruh, sent them to the bus for some snacks. He monitored them from a short distance the whole time they were at the bus. Excuse me, they're making my nose itch. Matt answered the two siblings. They were first in line. The girl was chewing on her fingers. She had a coarse blonde hair, blue eyes, and rosy cheeks. Everyone thought she was an albino. Her brother looked pretty much like Cornelius. Oddly, they both had the same parents. The girl looked just like her dad. The dad also looked albino, but he was just high yellow. He was just high yellow, not albino. And the boy looked just like his mom and was black as tar. That's how these Creole people's genes operate. Hi, Johnny. I see they keep switching between 29 and 30. Are they blocking comments? Because the chat is kind of quiet. I'm not sure if I heard of the Tamale Man in New Orleans. I might have heard of him, but I'm not sure who he is, but I can try to look him up. Yeah. So, Matt said, all right, now what y'all want? Translation. See, they're messing with... Take it off the bad numbers. See, they're harassing me with the numbers. They're distracting my chat. I'm screenshotting. And they're blocking comments too, I could tell, because the live stream, the chat, it seems like it's quiet. I screenshot your crimes. Wow, I never heard of him. I don't think. Fake Damnesia, take it off the numbers. And they're blocking comments, y'all. They're blocking the chat. Because the chat seems like it's kind of quiet now. They're mad that they're not getting the damn attention. Thanks so much, y'all. So, like, you know, proper people or people elsewhere would say, all right, now what do you guys want, or something like that. So Matt, thanks so much, y'all. Matt said, all right, now what y'all want? Thanks so much, y'all. The girl said in a shrill voice, my name is Monique, and my brother's name is Quentin. Can we have a popsicle and some pecan candy and some grapes and some bubble gum and some peanut butter and some cake and some marshmallows and some Barks Red Cream soda? Matt was taken aback. Cornelius overheard what they said. He cut his eyes and was like, what? What she think? This a grocery store or something? He couldn't help but to laugh hysterically. The parents really did name those kids after Quentin Tarver and Monique Slaughter. They were in the Hollywood entertainment industry. Excuse me, some of my writing cut off, y'all. Everyone was entertained by the interaction between Matt, Cornelius, and the two kids. The kids held up the line for nearly 2 hours, especially the girl, out in that hot heat, until their dad had enough and came and got them. The dad, Duty Bruh, apologized and ordered 3 more like Patton's hot sausage sandwiches, some chips and snowballs, and then he took the kids back inside the house. One day, Cornelius had a medical emergency and had to get rushed to the ER. His health was on the line. This caused him to be forced to change his diet and begin exercising. After the medical scare and diet change, hold up, after the medical, all right, I finally see you. I know they're blocking comments. Let's see, wait. All right. So this caused him to be forced to change his diet and begin exercising. Excuse me. Thanks so much, y'all. Excuse me. After the medical scare and diet change, he and Matt lost so much weight that they became so skinny that they could hula hoop through the smallest rubber band you could find. I'm just playing. But yeah, that's part of the short story. Cornelius went into an emotional depression and felt like he was unknowingly killing people by selling bad food. He changed the food bus business name to Fighting for Life, and he started selling smoothies, juices, acai bowls, salads, wraps, sushi, nut butters, etc. People in the hood started getting healthy. No more fried fish po' boys. Jamie started up her own health and wellness business, emphasizing on consuming and using natural products both internally and externally as God intended. Her husband Jason was a personal trainer. No occultism, New Age, voodoo, black magic, Satanism, Freemasonry, or witchcraft. None of that. The former members my words are not coming out right. The former members spread the truth to everyone, warning people against joining Timberwood. It made worldwide news. Timberwood couldn't successfully suppress it this time. All of Timberwood's dirty laundry was aired out. Everyone in the hood opened their eyes and learned the truth. They started bettering their health and treating each other better, less fighting and killing. No more shootings, robberies, or any other crimes. It's part of the short story cut off. Okay. Ezekiel Smith and Jamie Indonesia's brother Chris got together and snuck behind everyone's back and snitched to the cult about them leaving and successfully running to their own businesses. Timberwood had everyone's business shut down, but not for long. The neighborhood found out about it, and they had a jazz second line as a way to protest Timberwood's tyranny. Everyone mourned the food truck. The entire neighborhood full of people were wearing t-shirts called No Timberwood in the Hood. They kept chanting, "Fuck Timberwood, no Timberwood in the hood." Oh, thanks so much, y'all. Everyone's businesses were able to prevail, and then Timberwood became dismantled. No more Timberwood. Some of the members had no choice but to go back and get regular jobs, literally flipping burgers at McDonald's. The end. I think I got 2 more short stories left to read to y'all. This one's another one of my favorites, called Breakfast Be Bussin'. Stop blocking comments. And I had to change certain things around while reading out loud because of the stalkers being extra messy. So that's why certain things I temporarily changed around. But excuse me. So I wrote this on May 9th, 2023. Timberwood Short Stories Edition, Volume 40. So with this short story, I will talk about an idea of the Timberwood cult trying to lure homeless and poor people with good food. This is kind of a little bit intertwined with my experiences with the New Orleans Mission fake homeless shelter cult. All right. So, okay. Y'all welcome. Timberwood just made an announcement that they will be opening a smack brand new homeless shelter. I, Nola Borderline, have been homeless on the streets. I hate the streets, the homeless shelters, and being housed near toxic neighbors from hell. So many back-to-back life-threatening tornadoes with hail. It's that season again. Maybe I'll give this new shelter a try. I was resident number 207 in line on the women's side. As I was standing in line for the intake, I overheard a couple of loud, obnoxious ghetto women standing right behind me, numbers 208 and 209. Stop blocking the comments! Gossiping and discussing about how brutal Timberwood used to be back in the 80s and 90s. They were excited and bragging about Timberwood having a new director named Dr. Pearline Hamilton since Russell had passed away. The two women were talking about how Dr. Hamilton is cleaning house, making a huge overhaul of changes. They were saying that it's good that Timberwood now has a 180-degree change of heart and reaching out to the community and helping the poor and homeless. Because, usually the Timberwood cult would look down on poor and homeless and wouldn't help them or wouldn't want them to be part of it. But now I guess they became desperate for souls to join the cult, and they were losing people, so they had no choice but to go get the homeless and clean them up and and make try to manipulate for them to join. We all had to go to the gym area and sit in the bleachers. It felt like middle school all over again. Dr. Hamilton introduced herself, made announcements, and told us what to expect. Excuse me for yawning. Excuse me. Wait. Okay. She even allowed a 15-minute question and answer session. After the assembly, she had us do a meet and greet to get to know each other while at the same time grabbing some catered gourmet drinks and finger food refreshments. The refreshments was lunch for me, enough to be a whole meal. She encouraged us to take as much as we want and eat up. Eat up. Oh, thanks so much. Yeah. I went to sit down on the bleachers to eat. I had some small barbecue fried chicken wings, some roast beef finger sandwiches, and bite-sized peanut butter oatmeal cookies with a bottle of water. That was all they had that I liked, and that was all I wanted. A guy named Henry, one of Jamie's other brothers, was eating some nuggets made of a mixture of fried chitlins and beef tripe that he dipped in Mexican sauce or whatever. Part of the short story got cut off. I'm sorry, but y'all can find it on my blog or my Ko-fi. Henry sat right next to me and started a conversation. He said, "Hey, me and you have the same resident number. I'm also number 207. Dude." He kept asking me how my food tasted. He wanted to try a piece of everything I had. Strangely, he didn't offer me any of his food. Me being nice, I gave him some samples of my food. I didn't mind sharing. He could have gotten up and got his own chicken wings, sandwiches, and cookies. I didn't want to be rude. I just got up and got some more. Hi, never mind. See that the stalkers, I'm so sorry. I love y'all too, and they're harassing me with fake Masonic 33. I'm screenshotting your crimes. They've been messing with my chat the whole time. But hi, never mind. I'm almost done with reading 10 short stories that reading out loud. Leave my chat alone. And they're still messing with the chat. So, alright. So, yeah, Henry said, "Dude, I'm also number 207. Thanks so much." He kept asking me, okay, alright. Okay, I just got up and got some more food. Henry said, "Nola, is that your name?" I replied, "Yes." "Oh, yeah, I ate. It's been a while since I ate, though." I had like breakfast at like 5 o'clock this morning, and then so-called lunch at like 8 o'clock because I had Subway. And they're still messing with the chat. Take it off the numbers. So I haven't eaten since like 8:30 or 9 o'clock this morning. And it's 9:54 right now at night. I haven't eaten since like this morning. Yeah, so alright, hold up. So he said, is it true that NOLA means New Orleans, Louisiana? I said yes. He said, dude, I always wanted to go there. Hopefully we can take a summer vacation sometime. He fake Damnesia's keeping the likes at fake Masonic 33 to harass me. He's doing that on purpose to deter support and trying to make everybody think I'm screenshotting your crimes. Get out. Dude, I always wanted to go there. Hopefully we can take a summer vacation sometime. We were chatting for a while. Then he started telling me, you know, Timberwood is such a great organization, helping the homeless, man. They recently had thousands and thousands of dollars donated. Fake Damnesia, stop! They're messing with the chat. I'm screenshotting again. They won't take it off the bad numbers. What is wrong with y'all? Leave me alone. But how you doing? Never mind. They're still harassing me with fake Masonic 33. He said, you know, Timberwood is such a great organization helping the homeless. Nah. They recently had thousands and thousands of dollars donated. They're about to have the homeless in the city living like kings and queens. I feel bad for the people in San Francisco. They need to come over here. Look at what the stalkers are doing. Look at the number of likes. I'm trying to be fine, but they're harassing me so bad. I'm screenshotting. You're illegally trespassing on my chat. Get out of here. You're banned and not welcome. Go. I'm talking about the stalkers. Get out. A guy named Renato angrily butted in and said, which is stupid because Timberwood could have been helping people out years ago. Whoever recently donated to this fake scam fraud organization is really stupid. Timberwood staff are all pocketing it all for themselves. And they're still messing with the chat, y'all. Y'all see what they're doing. They're playing. Leave me alone. I'm screenshotting your crimes. Leave me alone. Something's fucking wrong with them. Stop! And they blocking comments. And they're still leaving it at that number. Leave me alone. Paloma's cousin Eric said, yes, he's right. Timberwood is running on demon time. They're that desperate for souls. They're a satanic cult. They acted like they were too good for the poor and homeless about a decade ago. They're still harassing me with fake Masonic 33. You're going to hell. Stop it. You see, and this is why I could never have a job, because for me to try to do something productive and they sabotage and harass like this. Leave me the fuck alone. Stop. And then they prank call and lie and say I'm causing a disturbance and bothering people. Stop it. I'm screenshotting again. Leave me alone. And he's harassed. Stop with. Leave me alone. Leave my chat alone. And they're blocking comments and harassing me. See, when I try to do something productive and they try to stop it, and then they lie and say I'm lazy and don't want to work. This is work right here. This is an opportunity to earn right here, and they're stopping me because they don't want me to live. And they're still harassing me. Leave my chat alone. Hi, Sony. I'm trying to read some short stories, and the stalkers that they're illegally hacking in and manipulating my live stream, and they're trying to stop me from earning anything. So Paloma's cousin Eric said, yes, he's right. Timberwood is running on demon time. They're that desperate for souls. They're a satanic cult. They acted like they was too good for the poor and homeless about a decade ago, and now all of a sudden they want to help people. It's a big gimmick. It's too good to be true that they have all this money donated, brand new hotel quality beds for a brand new shelter, access to all you can eat gourmet food 24/7. The place looks like a castle, and everyone has their own room. And all this for free? Yeah, man, too good to be true, especially for the homeless. And then the kitchen is accessible to anyone in the community who's hungry, even if they're not homeless. The weather was too bad, too dangerous for me to go be out there on the streets. So I just slept at the new shelter and prayed not to be brainwashed and manipulated. Thanks, y'all. As soon as the weather was back to normal, I jetted out of there. I had to stay there for 4 nights. The weather was bad all weekend long, Thursday through Sunday. On that Friday morning, the next morning, Jessica was experimenting in the kitchen, acting goofy and cooking and laughing. Everyone was looking at her weird, wondering what she was cooking up. She said she didn't know. It looked like a breakfast version of shepherd's pie or something. Yeah, I'm trying to read my short stories, and stalkers, they're hacking in my live stream, messing with the stream, trying to sabotage, hoping that I don't get to earn any money. I'm a content creator, y'all. I'm a self-published author. I appreciate that, y'all. So yeah, she said she didn't know, but the breakfast looked like a breakfast version of shepherd's pie or something. Vicky and Tracy were laughing, saying, haha, now you know good and well that regular homeless shelters don't even cook like that. They give those poor people sloppy scraps. Why doesn't that look like dog scraps? Jessica laughed some more and said, look, these people deserve better. At least let them have a treat for one. At least, I love y'all too. Thanks so much. Jessica's voice would be like, look, these people deserve better. At least let them have a treat for once. These people deserve better. At least let them have a treat for once. And part of the short story got cut off. Breakfast be bussin'. All right. So she took the food or whatever. Some of the writing got cut off. I'm sorry. Thanks so much. Actually, it's the opposite because they're lurking in the background. Salt, paprika, pepper, slap your mama Cajun seasoning, and some dried parsley. Oh, she took the egg and put they had scrambled. Put other food. I don't have the rest of it because they chopped off some of my writing when I try to print it. Okay, well, egg and snuck some crawfish up in there. She also sprinkled a mixture of shredded Parmesan, mozzarella, and Kobe Jack cheeses on top. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Wow. Thanks so much. All right. She also sprinkled a mixture of shredded Parmesan, mozzarella. If I had another phone or a tablet or something, I could thanks. If I had a tablet or another phone, I could read the whole thing. But y'all could go look for them in the in my blog, the section that says fiction or short stories. You can look through there, or you can look through my Ko-fi, the short stories. I have them on there. All right. Then she went into a big, huge, deep freezer and got a pan of frozen grits to put on top. She put some American cheese, shredded frozen hash browns, and chopped bacon and chopped country ham on top. She garnished it with roasted turnips and green onion. It looked beautiful. Jessica really cared for us and was looking out for us. It was Danaja's idea to have some biscuits with a honey butter glaze to go with it. Thanks so much, y'all. And we had some fresh squeezed, cold pressed, natural, organic celery, spinach, lemon, mint, ginger, and pomegranate and blood orange juice. It was all like one juice together. She put her foot in that breakfast casserole dish. Talking about Jessica. She put so much labor of love in that food for us. Some of the homeless people, especially the men, were so emotionally touched that they cried tears of joy. They thought the food had more tender love and care than your average Thanksgiving outreach dinner for the homeless. It wasn't even a holiday. Jessica and a few other volunteers kept making more for people as needed. She didn't want anyone to go hungry or miss out on anything. A homeless man named Junior Ray told Jessica that her cooking be bussin'. Many of the other homeless men and women advocated for Jessica to have t-shirts made that said breakfast be bussin'. The next week, Jessica was sporting a matching gold chef apron and hat with the Timberwood Jaguars logo in the middle of purple cursive writing that said breakfast be bussin'. Her hat looked as if she was crowned queen of this castle. Maybe Dr. Hamilton really did do a complete overhaul and even threw away the cult trace of Timberwood. She actually helped the homeless get jobs and get back on their feet. Part of the short story got cut off. I'm sorry. And they're still harassing me. Jamie, Danasia, and other former cult members who left were in total shock at Dr. Hamilton. Dr. Hamilton actually threw the cult portion of Timberwood out the window and started to run it, truly fulfilling the false promises that the former CEO Russell made. The end. Thanks so much, y'all. All right. So this is short story number 10. Her mental illness couldn't handle me. I wrote this December 10th, 2024. This is the last one that I'm going to read. I actually started working on it October 19th, 2024, but y'all know I was going through a lot last year and this year. But I actually started working on it before October 19th. So, all right. Timberwood Short Stories Edition, Volume 44. Thanks so much, y'all. One day, we went to this unique international buffet restaurant. I, Nola Borderline, was sitting at the table with Garfield, Brian Lucas, and one of Garfield's granddaughters. Some of y'all might remember me posting this. I probably was on my second plate of food while everyone else was at the table. While everyone else at the table was done eating because they eat faster than me. I guess I eat too slow. There was chatter, and Garfield and Brian were gossiping about their crazy ex-wives. My mind drifted off into a daydream with miscellaneous random thoughts that I don't remember. All I know was that I was snapped back into reality when Brian told Garfield, "Ha ha ha ha, she divorced me because her mental illness couldn't handle me. Ha ha ha." And then he had the creepiest evil laugh. To be honest, that made my stomach churn. I was disgusted, but Garfield was both bewildered and amused at the same time. He was eager to soak in more information about Brian's ex-wife, Antoinette. Yeah, I figured you would remember it. They gossiped more and more about their ex-wives. Garfield started to get a little messy and wanted to deep dive into why and how Antoinette decided to divorce Brian. Of course, Brian smear campaigned and lied to Garfield, falsely painting Antoinette as mentally unstable and crazy. Sadly, Garfield believed every word. Dang, almost done, y'all. Tracy, oh, okay, yeah, Brian dated Tracy during the military days. Okay, that's part of the short story got cut off, I'm sorry. Later, it was revealed that Brian would frequently cheat on Antoinette with Tracy and a slew of other women, while Antoinette remained a faithful wife. A couple of weeks later, we were at a cafe, and Brian's daughter, Brianna, not Brianna or Brianna, but Brianna, surprised everyone to meet Miss Antoinette. Miss Antoinette had recently been released from the mental hospital. She was obviously over-medicated and drugged out of her mind. I couldn't believe how Brian is younger than her, but still controls her and treats her like she's a little toddler. Yes, his own ex-wife. The grown kids treat her like that too, except for one, Brianette. Not Brianette, but Brianette. Thanks so much again. Brianette is the scapegoat child who gets treated like the mother, Antoinette. Brianna and Brian Jr. are the favorites. Briannique, it's like Brian and Monique. Briannique, I guess, is in between. I think Brianna is, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think Brianna is the top favorite and daddy's girl. She'll let everything like the daddy. They single Brianette out, abuse her, and call her crazy just like the mom. Brianette looks like a mixture of both parents and is the only one who is darker complected and has that straight Indian hair like the mom. But the other three are lighter complected with coarse hair like the dad. The other three look so much like their dad that it looks like as if Brian Sr. got himself pregnant. Even the grandkids look just like him. Brian Sr. is 52 years old and looks about half his age. In fact, Brian Jr. looks a little older than his dad. Ain't that something? How do you look younger than your own kids? Timberwood has been trying to recruit Brianna to join, but she's reluctant and doesn't trust it because she knows that the money to work for the cult is unclean. If you get what I mean. The cult wouldn't dare try to recruit Antoinette or Brianette because they are likely to expose the secrets like the rest of the outcast clique. Do you think Brianna will cave in and join, or do you think she will keep resisting and keep her morals and integrity? Antoinette and Brianette are likely to be blood sacrifice for the cult. I hope not. The end. And fake Damnesia still harassing me with fake Masonic 33 and he won't leave me alone, and he's blocking comments. So that's all the 10 short stories that I read. Oh, they were blocking. I knew they were blocking y'all. I can finally see you now. Thanks so much, y'all. So I read all 10 of them. Yeah. Thanks so much, y'all. So I feel like I accomplished something. I accomplished something good. I mean, as I said, with the Timberwood Fiction Cult, um, it's a cult series, that I've been working on the short stories for that, and short stories that's aside from the fiction cult. And I've been trying to work on novels, but as I said, the homeless situation, the targeting, all this jail and court situation, and me being not having a stable place to live, is you know is slowing me up from things I probably could have accomplished back in 2019 or 20. I have over 50, I'm sorry, I have about 15 ebooks that I self-published, and I don't earn much from my writings, because the stalkers, they make fake bad reviews on all my ebooks and my writings and stuff on purpose to deter support, and they think I don't deserve to earn anything. Thanks so much. I have my ebooks for free on my blog, on my Gang Stalk Creole Author blog, and you can read them for free in the nonfiction tab. Hey, Cammy, wow, I just got done reading my short stories out. So, exactly. And it's still harassing me. So yeah, I just got finished reading 10 of my fiction short stories, Cammy, and I know they waited. I know they didn't let you in until after I got done finished. And they're still harassing me with fake Masonic 33. I should have, after it's been over 2 hours that I've been live streaming, and how they're keeping the numbers lower than 50. And I think I do have more than 50 people in the chat, and they see, he put the numbers from 34 back to 33. Oh, okay. Take it off the bad numbers and leave my chat alone. So yeah, so y'all saw them harassing me last night. They sent people over to be loud around me, and so the online stalkers prank called by the aquarium and tried to have me wrongfully banned, and lied and said that I was chasing and screaming and cursing at kids. And then they were like, oh, because of that behavior, if you continue with that behavior, we're going to have you removed. I'm like, well, I'm showing y'all that I'm trying to show y'all that that nobody in person made any complaints. They even admitted that the complaints came straight up from phone calls and showing my YouTube videos and stuff. Thank you. Well, they've been manipulating the likes. Manipulating the likes and viewers. That ain't even natural. It's like they're manipulating it on purpose. But thank you. My left leg hurts. Yeah. So so they trying to have me wrongfully banned from by the aquarium and that homeless sleep spot bench. And after that, I won't have anywhere to go. Yeah, that's all I was trying to do. And they try to say, if you continue with that behavior, we're going to have to remove you from the park. But it's like, how can, yeah, and for me to not have much of the paperwork, documentation, evidence of paperwork of doctors' notes of me having Tourette's and stuff, all that's gone. They're stealing all my stuff or forcing me to have to get rid of this and get rid of that. Can't carry that around. and I have to keep my belongings to a minimum. And I told y'all they stole my big orange backpack, we had a lot of evidence of this and that or whatever. I had to be forced to so now I don't even have access to proof of this disability, that disorder, and whatever else. Yeah. And I know certain people say, oh, when the stalkers get you wrongfully banned from places, don't take it personal, don't take it to heart. But like, this is my hometown. Even the aquarium, childhood memories. And online, and I'm telling them, I said, nobody in person is walking up making these complaints. And they admitted that, yes, there were people who called from out of state. Yeah, another, as I said, another version of illegally swatting, because they were hoping, they're mad that I didn't end up in jail on Wednesday when I went to court. Well, I feel accomplished. Yeah, but they're still harassing and messing with me, and they take it off the bad numbers and get out my chat. So the stalkers prank called and lied to the aquarium administrators and the online stalkers that's messing with my chat, and they're the ones who've been trying to make threats to sex traffic and murder me and stuff like that. So in the most recent community post, I shared a video of a guy defending me. And he was able to explain better than I could about being illegally swatted and forced homeless and not being blocked from surviving, and how all this will affect a person. And they're still harassing me with fake Masonic 33. Leave me alone. I mean, the stalkers, they prank call from online and out of state to get me wrongfully banned from places in my own hometown. And they're banned from, I have them banned from my live stream, banned from my channel, and they're illegally hacking and intruding, Thank you so much. I really do. I wish I could do it more and have more mental clarity. I mean, as I say, it's hard when I'm sleep deprived, and it's hard, when me being sleep deprived and stuff, And this is what I would like to be an author and, work on my short stories and stuff, and my novels and stuff, But, the stalkers, they're trying to murder me. At the moment, I had to briefly put working on the novel. It was a freestyle novel that I've been working on. I had to put it on hold because of all these court dates and everything from when the stalking cult criminals illegally swatted me, and I got wrongfully arrested and thrown in jail. So, I mean, I would like to, I don't know if I can. Well, it's too late tonight, but I don't know if I could have help with more hotel nights. If I could try to work on the novel some more tomorrow, like add more to it. And this is my first time I'm trying to succeed at completing an entire novel. Fiction novel. The closest of novel that I got to write was one of the short stories, Timberwood Short Stories Edition Part 4. That was the longest of the short stories that I've written, but it wasn't novel length, but it was very long. But, that was before I came back here to New Orleans. I was still in Pensacola, Florida, and I was feeling homesick, and only to find out end up being wrongfully banned from the Riverwalk, and and before I came back to New Orleans, I felt like that was my top favorite short story that I wrote, and now I'm having mixed feelings because I'm now wrongfully banned from the Riverwalk. But the same stalkers, they stalk and harass, and stalk, follow, and harass and threaten and lecture me and trying to control me. And they're satanic cult criminals. And they try to have me wrongfully banned from places and making like Candy's breaking the law. But then they're cyber criminals that's illegally invading my privacy, doxing me, and hacking and still trying to steal my identity, pretending to be me. And they're committing all kinds of cyber crimes. And even the freaking FBI, none of them will do anything. Cops won't do nothing. Nobody will listen to me. And they refuse to even look at the evidence. I mean, if I have the stalkers banned from my YouTube channel and any other social media, but they keep illegally making fake new profiles to come and harass, and I block them, and they keep coming back with more fake, thousands of fake new profiles over the years. And they just won't leave me alone. But then they want to be self-righteous with lying and saying Candy is breaking the law. She was trespassing. She wasn't allowed at the library. She's this, she's that. But then they won't respect that they are banned. I have them banned from my YouTube channel. Thank you. They sure are blocking comments. Thanks, y'all. So, thanks so much, y'all. Don't ever let the stalkers manipulate y'all to betray me. It ain't worth it. They try to manipulate everyone to go against me because they want souls in hell, and they want everybody to become part of their fake, satanic, nasty, criminal cult. Yeah. So even though, I had something to eat at 5, it was right after 5 o'clock this morning. Yeah, they kept trying, yep. And nearly succeeded, trying to cause division. They're definitely blocking Camilla and Nevermind. And who else they're blocking? I'm so sorry that they're blocking y'all. Yeah, they're blocking comments, y'all. Thanks so much, y'all. Thanks. So, they don't want me to be accomplished. They don't want me to, they don't want me to, they don't want me to be self-sufficient and independent. They don't want me to be alive. Like, they're trying whatever they can to, like, strip me of everything and try to force me to just fall off the earth and die. But how come they're not wrong for coming with fake new profiles onto my channel if I keep blocking them? Yep. There are so many people that surprised me that I thought they were the strongest Christians, and they ended up selling out. And certain people sell out and turn evil, like if they feel like they give up on God, you know. I appreciate that, y'all. If they feel like they give up on God, and like, you know, sometimes they turn evil and turn, you know, to the dark side, and you wonder what happened to them, you know. If you thought they were the strongest Christians, and now they are desperate hardcore Satanists now, or flat out atheists. Excuse me. Yeah. So yeah, like, yeah, it really is. If I would have known I could get to the hotel at the time that I did, then I would have saved my Subway sandwich and chips and stuff. I would have saved it for dinner, but I ate at 5 o'clock, and then again I ate again at like 8 o'clock or something like that, you know. And I forgot that they had, but I already had breakfast, so that's why I guess I had lunch food during, you know, it was 8 something this morning, but it's 10:31, and I didn't have dinner. As I said, I, you know, came here, I forgot what time it was, 10 something, and then I took a shower, and then after my shower, it was like about 11:15, and I went to sleep and woke up at almost 5:45 this afternoon. And then, you know, I looked through my messages and stuff, and I was excited to come on here because I told y'all that if I could get another hotel room, another hotel night, I would love to, you know, read some more, you know, read some more of my short stories. But, you know, I'm glad we were able to have a good session. Yeah, it's really sad that people do that, you know. But, it's so late. I am hungry, but, it's so late. I wish that they would not have forced me to suffer homelessness. You know, it's like an undeserved punishment, you know. Y'all welcome. I would like to do it again, do it more. Excuse me. Yeah, so, I mean, yeah. So I don't know if I might just, well, I mean, I have thanks for the donations, thanks for the help. I have enough to be able to eat something, but I know it's kind of late and I'm tired tonight, and so I might just wait till breakfast tomorrow. Thanks, y'all. I would like to do it again. Yeah. So, and they're harassing me again because they're mad. They're harassing me with fake Masonic 33. I'm not part of your cult. Get away from here. And I have the stalkers banned from my channel, so they illegally hack in and manipulate the live stream. They're hypocritical. Excuse me. Imagine if they did stay away and leave me alone. But then they think it's fun trying to have me wrongfully banned from everywhere, maliciously. But I can't believe how many dumb people like to fall for their tricks and lies. Or do their jobs get threatened if they don't listen to the lies? If they don't listen to the lies from the cult, Do their jobs get threatened? How are the stalking cult criminals able to succeed at just calling a random place, and telling them a lie? And if they say, well, no, Candy's not like that. Candy, they even said that I'd be sitting down. Like they said that yesterday earlier, that I was sitting down being quiet, minding my business. You know. But even people in person to be like, yeah, I watch your live streams. I be watching your YouTube. You're letting me know you be stalking. So I'm hoping for more hotel nights. Exactly, and that's considered as normal and accepted now. You know. But it seems like a lot of the increased evil is not being criminalized. But I heard that if you swat someone, you should go to prison for attempted murder. Yep. When people say all in the Kool-Aid and don't know the flavor, that's exactly what describes the cult criminals. Thanks, y'all. Because I don't even talk about them or talk to them, but they're always there, harassing, Excuse me. Dang. So if I can't go to the homeless bench by that spot, where else am I going to go? And they're doing all this from online and out of state, and they never will set foot in New Orleans. But a couple of them have come to New Orleans to come and harass me, and they have made those threats to come and do me stuff. Yeah. Like the fake sticky TT6 cult criminal, he came and harassed me twice that night. It was June 27th, 28th, 29th, somewhere around there. And I videoed, he live streamed took 2 hours walking through the French Quarter and live streamed himself harassing me. And then when I exposed him, he tried to make the video private. It is. I try to stay away from the French Quarter, but I walked down Canal Street in the middle of the night thinking I could get the free pancakes from IHOP, and they refused me service. They try to lie and say that, I'm like, just say y'all don't want to do any physical work, Yeah, that perp trying to hit me with his car. And then they had a bunch of other dangerous perps. It just, everything seemed so scary and dangerous. And then they had a masculine sodomite lesbian that meddled in the argument when the IHOP worker tried to act shady towards me, Excuse me. And then for me to go to the Waffle House on Canal Street in the middle of the night, and they said that they weren't allowing anybody in. But I heard that there was some fight or some altercation or something at the IHOP on Canal Street. But they do that to me all the time in the middle of the night. And I'm like, well, if I go to any other 24-hour IHOP in town at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, they will serve me. Wow. I heard about pickpocketing in the French Quarter. I usually stay away from the French Quarter, but I've had a couple of times or a few times when I had no choice but to be forced to walk through there. And the French Quarter is dirty, it's filthy, it's disgusting. Yeah. It's like the French Quarter is like a tourist version of like Los Angeles downtown Skid Row. Oh, wow. Wow. Exactly, yep. Excuse me. Excuse me. And they're still harassing me. Look at the number of viewers. How come I've been chatting for over 2.5 hours and they have not allowed the viewer numbers to go higher than 50? Where is everybody? And they're blocking comments. So, but it frustrates me to have to be forced to live like this. It's like traumatizing and undeserved punishment for me to be forced to be homeless, you know. Exactly. Yep. Oh, wow. I know that was a long 3 or 4 day ride. Excuse me. Exactly. The gang stalkers, they call that another form of police or cops. Yep. And the cops be stalking and watching my social media and YouTube and all that too. Yeah. Some of, I mean, well, the stalkers show the cops my YouTube and stuff. They show local people my YouTube. You know, when they illegally find out where I'm at and call up hotels and prank call and spread lies and excuse me, and show them my videos and stuff. Like show the hotel staff. Like if I'm in New Orleans, they're showing smear campaign. Their fake smear campaign version of my own videos from when I was in Pensacola, Florida. And they will try to use that to get me wrongfully banned. You know, they got fake smear campaign. Excuse me, videos. Yeah, they are blocking Camilla and Nevermind very hard, and they're blocking other people as well, to where they only have a small amount of people commenting, like only 3 people commenting. But thanks so much for helping me to realize that I'm way more talented than I thought I was. Excuse me. Yeah. You're welcome. I would like to do it again. Yeah, they won't listen to me at all. It's traumatizing and scary what I'm going through. And people act like as if they don't take my life seriously, you know, like they don't value my life. Yeah, you're welcome. And when they send the cops without warning, and you know, please look at the video in the most recent community post, the video of the guy defending me and breaking down and analyzing and explaining in better detail than I could about how it affects you know, people being illegally swatted and stuff, you know. Yeah. They are blocking comments, y'all. So I'm gonna get off the chat right now. It's 10:45 p.m. at night, and I'm too tired to even get me anything to eat. I'm just gonna drink me a couple of cups of water, you know. Thank you, exactly. Yeah. I'm urging everyone to please look at the most recent community post. I love y'all too. Please look at the video for the most recent community post. All right. I love y'all. I'm gonna be on sometime after 9 a.m. Central Time after breakfast. All right. I love y'all. Bye. Good night.